Namaste to one and all. This is Madhuri at Science at Your Tips. Welcome back to another session. Here again we are going to continue the lesson acids, bases and salts. So in the previous class we have seen about the properties of acids and also bases, classification of acids and bases, how they will change the color of the indicators. All those we have seen, and along with that we have seen the types of indicators, chemical means artificial indicators and also natural indicators. What are those types and how the colors of these indicators are changed in acidic and also basic medium. So now coming to the next topic, that is neutralization. Neutralization of acid and base. So as we have seen earlier that neutralization means nothing but reaction between acid and base. Reaction between acid and base. So for writing the formula, general formula of acid, I am writing like this: Ha. A means the anion present in the acid and H, hydrogen present in the acid. Along with that, I'll write one more base, that is BOH. BOH means nothing but the base. So in our lesson we have seen that bases are containing hydroxide ions. So these hydroxide ions containing bases react with the hydrogen containing acids and they are going to produce the salt with the formula Ba, means cation of the base and also anion of the acid, and along with that water also will form. That is OH of base and hydrogen of the acid will react together to form the water. So this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. So neutralization means nothing but reaction of acid and base to produce salt and also water, right? So here what we are going to do is we are going to observe some of the examples of this neutralization and also some salts whatever are produced from the neutralization. So how to write the equations and also how to balance that equations also we'll see here in this. So here I am taking very easy example, common example of the acid, hydrochloric acid, and I am taking base, sodium hydroxide. These two will react together. So what we have seen, salt will contain cation of the base and also anion of the acid. So here we are going to get sodium chloride and also along with that water. Sodium is a cation present in sodium hydroxide and anion, chlorine, is present in acid, hydrochloric acid, and along with that H2O is formed. OH present in the base and hydrogen present in the acid will react together to form the water, right? Now along with that we'll see some other example. Here sulfuric acid is reacting with magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide. Here also what will happen, salt will contain the cation of the base and also anion of the acid, magnesium sulfate will form, and along with that water also will form. So in this first equation, if you see, all the atoms are balanced, both the side number of atoms is similar. Hydrogens here left side 2 are there, here also 2. Chlorines only 1, here also 1, here sodium only 1, here also 1, and even oxygen also only 1 is there, that is already balanced. But coming to the second one, if you see, hydrogens here total together 2 plus 2, 4 are there, but here only 2 are written. So what we will do, we'll write 2 before H2O. Then here if you take sulfurs, how many are there? Here only 1, here also 1, already balanced. Oxygens here 4 plus 2, 4 plus 2, how many? 6. So here we'll see 4 plus 2. This 2 will be for oxygen and also for this H2. So 2 oxygens plus 4 oxygen, 6. Here also 4 plus 2, 6 oxygens are there. Then magnesium here only 1, here only 1. So by writing 2 before H2O, this equation is balanced. So we have to learn how to write the equation and also how to balance the equation of neutralization. Now we'll take hydrochloric acid reacting with magnesium hydroxide. Hydrochloric acid reacting with magnesium hydroxide. What equation we are going to write, means what are the products? First of all, cation of the base and anion of the acid. Magnesium valency is 2. So that is why we have to write 2 for chlorine. Subscript we have to write 2. So MgCl2 is a formula for magnesium chloride, and along with that water will form. Now once we will check whether the equation is balanced or not. Here hydrogens 1 plus 2. Total 3 are there, but here only 2. Next chlorine here only 1, here 2 are there. So what we will do, just we'll try to write here 2 before HCl. Then what will happen here, hydrogens 2 plus 2, 4 are there, here only 2. So what we'll write 2 before H2O. Now once we will check oxygens, here 2 are there, here 2. Magnesium only 1, here also 1. So thus the equation is balanced. Right. Now I'll take some other acid like H3PO4, phosphoric acid, the strongest acid. Next, after that, it will react with some base. I'll take here potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide. Here we will get potassium phosphate. Potassium is the cation present in the base, and phosphate is the anion present in the phosphoric acid. Right. So that is what we'll write here. Phosphate formula K3PO4. Potassium phosphate, and along with that water also is formed. Right. Now once you see, potassium's here only 1, but here 3 are there. So better to write 3 before this KOH. Then now once you check hydrogens, how many are there? 3 plus 3. Total number of hydrogens are 6. But here only 2. What we'll do here? 3 we will write before H2O. Now everything will be balanced. Once again we'll check. Hydrogens already balanced. Phosphorus only 1. Here also 1. And oxygens here 4 plus 3. 7 are there. 4 plus 3. 7. Next, potassiums, already we have balanced, oxygens, then hydrogens. Everything is balanced. So like this, we have to check. We have to go for the method known as trial and error method, where we will write this coefficient before the formulas, and we will check whether the atoms are balanced or not. So one by one, we will write the coefficient and also check that they are balanced or not. Right. Now once we will see how to identify the nature of the salt, whatever the salt is formed, whether it is acidic or neutral or basic, how to identify that also we will see. Here you see once this salt, whatever is formed, it is produced from strong acid and also strong base. That is why it will be neutral in nature. Magnesium hydroxide, strong base and strong acid. That is why this also is strong, neutral salt, and this one also both are strong. That is why this also is a neutral salt. Here these two are strong base and strong acid. That is why this one also is a neutral. So salts whichever are formed from strong acid and strong base are neutral in nature. But if one of the base means acid or base, if they are weak, then what happens? The salt will get the nature of the stronger one. If base is a stronger one, it will get the nature of the base. If acid is a stronger one, it will get the nature of the acid. So those examples also once we will see. So here we have sulfuric acid, which is a stronger one, and copper hydroxide, which is the weak base. Strong acid and weak base are reacting together. We will get here copper sulfate, CuSO4, and along with that water. So copper sulfate, what is the nature of this? As it is produced from a stronger acid and weak base, it will contain the acidic nature. Right. Same like that, if you take hydrochloric acid reacting with iron hydroxide, ferrous hydroxide I have taken here. So when these two are reacting together, here we are going to get iron chloride FeCl2, and along with that water also is formed. So here in this reaction also we can observe that it is produced from strong acid and weak base. That is why the nature of this salt also is a, what is that nature? Acidic nature will be there. Whichever is stronger, that nature it is going to get. Right. Now once we will see some other examples, like here I am taking acetic acid, CH3COOH is nothing but acetic acid is reacting with a strong base. Let us take here potassium hydroxide. So when it is reacting with potassium hydroxide, we are going to get a salt whose formula is CH3COOK, and the name we are going to say here as potassium acetate, and along with that water also is formed. So here in this reaction, if you observe, the nature of this salt will be basic. What is the reason here? It is produced from weak acid and strong base. That is why the nature of potassium acetate will be basic nature. Right. Same like that, if you take some acid, let us take here like formic acid, HCOOH, is reacting with sodium hydroxide, which is produced from, means these two are weak and strong. Weak base, weak acid and also strong base, these are. So that is why water, the salt is produced, that is HCOONA, that is sodium formate, formic acid, formate, and also along with that water also is produced here. So the nature of this salt also will be basic. So if the salt is produced from strong acid and strong base, neutral in nature. If the salt is produced from strong base and weak acid, basic salt. If the salt is produced from strong acid and weak base, the salt will be acidic in nature. Right. Now, in the next class, we are going to see about activity of neutralization, and also along with that, we'll see the properties of the salts. Right. Thank you.